Hello and welcome to the new series called New Game! New Game! Yeah, it's called the... And let's just set the dogs off. So yeah, doing a new series called New Game, and basically what it is I will be talking about some not so well known games that have been released for a while, and that I would recommend to anyone who's like new to a certain genre, or just fans of a certain genre, just any of those really. Today's game is going to be War of the Immortals, which is a MMORPG from Perfect World, who have also made Forsaken World, if anyone's heard of that. And it should be a pretty good review, because it's an alright game, but I'd call it an entry level MMORPG, which I will talk to you in a little bit of detail when you actually see it. So without further ado, this is War of the Immortals. Now the first thing you'll notice is that it looks like pretty much any MMORPG game. You have your little starting screen with all the characters that you created. The classes, you have Berserker, which is basically a big damage dealer. Defensive, probably not as good, but I haven't really tried it. The next one is the Magus, which is the normal mage class. Just like standard ranged attacks. So fire, ice, anything offensive that you can throw at people. Champion, which is the sort of paladin class. You can just buff yourself up and heal yourself and deal loads of damage. Next you have Heretic, which is the main healer of the game, who's pretty much the priest of the game. Slayer, which is the rogue with a dual wielding blades on the wrists, as you can see there. Duelist, which is a spellcaster warrior, kind of bit of like a spell sword, uses magic to buff his attacks. Then you have Ranger, who specialises in bow and arrow. Shush! Sorry about that. And yeah, you lace traps. Then you got the Harbinger, which is another melee magic type, who specialises in draining energy. Then we have the Enchantress, the sort of bard of this game. Now the Enchantress is kind of weird because you can only be female if you want to use the Enchantress, which is more of a support character that gives teammate buffs. So as you can see here, I have 3 characters. I have my level 73 champion, my level 42 harbinger, and my level 14 duelist, which I've started recently. I'm just thinking now. Here I'm just like wondering which one to use, but I ended up deciding on using my level 14 duelist. I just want to let you know this is a post commentary thing. So I am just making this up as I'm watching the clip I recorded. As my dogs won't shut the fuck up. Oh yeah, they're swearing in this. Now, as you may notice straight away, this is a top-down perspective, kinda. You may be thinking at this point, oh, it looks like Diablo. It's probably must play like Diablo. Nope, it's purely MMO gameplay. The top-down perspective is just put in for reasons that I don't know. Weekly you can get an EXP boost for 30 minutes, which if you do your math is about, come on brain, 5 hours. You get 5 hours EXP boost. Whenever there's a new expansion out, that's boosts the game. Expansions are free, by the way. They just update every so often. You get a selection of 4 things you can take, which you can only get at level 70 and 75 in some cases. They're not bad. I've opened one of my champions thing. You get EXP bonuses and stuff like that. Now I apologise for any and all frame rate issues that you will see in this little playthrough I'm doing, because my laptop isn't the greatest, and it lags on quite a lot of games. Here I'm showing off the sort of pet screen. Whenever your pet levels up, you can assign normal stats. It's always up to 4, I think it is. And yeah, the pet screen will just show its stats, what pets you have. You can have the option to fortify them to make them even stronger, and stuff like that. Most question is just, have you killing a certain kind of creature or collecting certain items that'll be dropped from these certain creatures. And they're the main strategy of leveling up. As you saw there, I reached level 15 and got some new items to help me along the journey. They were a sword, a claw, and a little trinket that'll boost stats. The claw for the duelist is more like it just mainly boosts your attack, but I believe it also is used as a melee weapon in certain cases. I should equip them. I will be equipping them soon. Now, as you can see, you get like tons of EXP for completing scenario quests, and they instantly get boosted as soon as because I have the 1.5 EXP boost. This makes it really easy to level up. And believe it or not, this is the very first area you get to outside the main hub area. Leveling is like one of the easiest things to do in this game, especially with all the scenario quests and all the EXP boost you can get with this. As you're equipping weapons and swords or armor, you'll instantly, if you highlight over them, you'll see an instant comparison, and you'll see a lot clearly which one's stronger, which one has better stats, what is more effective in certain ways, and how many slots they have, and how many times you could fortify them. It's very, very, very simple stuff. You just gotta know which stats help what sort of characteristic. Now, one thing I really like in this game is the actual armor and weapons you get throughout the whole thing. It's very rewarding early on, and is very cosmetically appealing, which will make new players want to go play on more, which obviously I have. The gameplay, it's almost too easy. As in, you see the little blue highlighted name in the little quest log next to the map? Yeah, you click that, you instantly go to that area. It almost plays itself. It's, again, not good for like die-hard MMO players, but it's very good if you're like really lazy. I mean, you still do have to use spells yourself. It isn't like that kind of game, like Game of Thrones was. But yeah, anyway, during the early quest, you get armor along with the EXP bonuses. This is very, very useful to prepare yourself for what's to come, because later on in the game you do not get you start to not receive armor. You have to do what's called instance quests, and they're like if you compare it to World of Warcraft, they're like raids and dungeons, but very easy, especially at the level you'll become. There are two types of raids you can go to, and not dungeons, which are the normal instance quests, and then the elite instance quests, where it's pretty much recommended that you're in a party. I've actually tried it on my own, so I don't really know if you actually need to be in the party, because in the instance quest you have to be in a party. But the thing with that is that you don't really have to have anyone else in your party. You can just start one and just have yourself in it. and then you'll instantly be able to go into the instance quest. I did this expecting to get my ass kicked in about, I don't know, 10 minutes. I beat the instance quest with ease. It's just so simple and so easy that I would not recommend this to anyone who plays World of Warcraft or Guild Wars. It's just not worth it. I mean, it's a free game. Everything's free apart from in-game credits that you can get much more flashy arms and mounts, which is appealing to some, but I really just wouldn't bother. It just seems pointless to me. Like, why pay for something in a free game? It just baffles me why people do that. I mean, Guild Wars, not Guild Wars, League of Legends I could understand, because you need to get new champions quickly. It's better to buy the riot points rather than raise influence points, I think it's called, something like that. Anyway, back to the game. As you saw, I have my backpack, and I just got some health potions. Here I'm showing off the character screen. You highlight anything, it basically tells you what they do. It's kind of like a little help thing to let you know early on. They'll show you things that you won't get till like level 60 and 70, so don't worry about them at the moment. Yeah. It's, like I say, it's a very simple game. I wouldn't recommend it to my veteran players, but I would really recommend it to anyone who wants to get into the genre. And as you can see from the quests I'm doing, I'm getting much more flashier armor, much more flashier weapons. If you need any help, there's a little guide to help you for recommended stuff at the level you are at. So, like, recommended pets, recommended level up options, instance quests, and things like that. Another thing that we haven't seen yet, because of my level at the moment, and where I am in the actual scenario quests, is called XP moves, which you see the little flaming bar next under my health and mana. When that reaches 1000, you can use an XP boost, which is basically a wide area effect blast that deals really huge damage at one time. Now, as you saw just there, that was a scenario boss. I killed that in about, you time it and see how long. I think that was just like a minute, less than that probably. That's because the armor you get as rewards, the weapons and armor you get just for leveling up to level 15, far surpasses pretty much any enemy in the game up to this point. And as you can see right now, the witch has respawned and is now trying to kill me again. And I'm not even paying attention. It can swap me all it wants, but it's not going to deal. It's pretty much not going to deal anything to me. I mean, look, my hedgehog's killing. It's only level 8. I mean, yeah, it's lost most of its health, but it can still bring it back. Like, even if your pet dies, it'll just get sent back to its little stone, so you can just summon it again later on. But yeah, it's like, it's a fun little game. It's very visually appealing. It looks nice. It's free. You can do a lot of things like you would do in Warcraft or Guild Wars, and you could do it all like here for absolutely nothing and with ease. I mean, the story is okay, I suppose. But I just find myself completely ignorant and just doing, oh right, what do I do now? Where do I go? What do I kill? It's just not worth it, not worth paying attention to. But yeah, that's about it. That is one of the Immortals. This is my character now, just from this 15 minutes of playing. So already reached upgraded 5 levels, and it's got some new armor and weapons. If I was to review this, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 10. I mean, like I said, it's a very fun little game. It's free, but it's just there's not much there that you want to work towards. I mean, there are things later on in the game where you can party up and kill. Like, there are free roam bosses that aren't scenario based. Well, they appear in scenario quests, but are completely separate. Like, there's one later on in the area next after the one I was in, that's called Hannibal, which is like a sort of a big brutish warrior. And Hannibal starts off just as a scenario quest. Starts off being one of your quest givers. If you veer to like the left of that on the map, towards the coast, you'll find a giant version of him roaming the place at level 50. He doesn't. I don't think he attacks you straight away. But there's one thing I will warn you if you play it. If you highlight a big monster that has 5 stars under its stats, so you right click it and you'll find little stars. Say that the stars mean difficulty. If you see 5 stars, ignore it. You will die. Those are the only times I've actually died in this, because of sheer like stupidity and thinking, oh, I can rule the world. I can kill everything. This game's too easy. I'm gonna kill everything. No, there's a selection. There's a list of free roam bosses that appear every so often when they die, and they are the toughest things to kill. And you pretty much need a party to kill it. Like, I haven't tried it. Because that was with my champion, and I haven't really tried again since I leveled up. Because, like I said, he was level 50. I'm now level 73. So whether it's easier now, I don't know. But I might try that later on. But anyway, that was World of the Immortals, and yeah, like I said, it's a good game, pretty decent, but like I say, I like to call it an entry level MMO. If you want something real, go get Guild Wars 2 or get the latest World of Warcraft expansion. Don't bother with this if you like. If you want a challenge, this is not the game for you. It's just too easy. But yeah, with that, that was my new series. That was the beginning of my new series. I hope you liked it, and yeah, see you around.